It's brown.
See, the best kind of blur, the average blur. And yeah, the more colorful your image is, the more different colors you have in it, the more gray it will look. It works really, really well if you have a uniform color scheme, like a dark blue night or green forest.
I actually really like that. Look at that's the off. That's the on.
Well, there you go.
Now at this point here, now I'm going to add the Orton effect. So again, Command Option Shift E, and I'm going to do. Let's see here. Yeah, Command J. Make that into a smart object. Do you use the Orton effect?
Tell me more about it.
Okay, so this effect, what I just did is you want to give it the double the blur or half the blur of the sensor that your camera took the photo with. So most are about 40 pixels. So do about 20, 24 for a Gaussian blur, not a box blur, Gaussian blur. And then from there, you go into Filter, Camera Raw. Let Camera Raw open up.
Which is also, by the way, one of my favorite ways to finish a painting in Camera Raw. Because you can apply effect, just the color temperature and anything like that. You can apply to the whole image. And also, of course, everyone's favorite slider, clarity. Okay.
So I just added one stop on the exposure. That's what we've got. Now you use either overlay or soft light. Now overlay's way too much for this one. So I'm going to go soft light, and that's the before. That's the after.
Wow.
And so this really just gives it a pop. At that point, you can bring down to the opacity as much as you want. And yeah, 75, right around there. I like that. So I'm sorry, Gareth just caught my eye in chat. All right, so right now we are at a stopping point for this. I've skipped a couple steps. I would have done a little bit more coloring and dodging and burning on the window, but that's I think all we missed.
I mean, we still have about 10 minutes if you just want to continue for a bit. We have buffer time just for you.
I heard somebody talk about box blur.
Oh, box blur. That's a hot topic. That's very difficult. But yes, I can briefly talk about blurs and different ones, because that's really the only thing I wanted to say is, personally, for realistic blurs, I really like the lens blur, because in this you can actually specify the lens of the camera, how many blades the aperture has, and you can add grain or noise. That's really one of my favorites, because if you blur something with Gaussian blur, then you can get really